Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what vibes do you give off to men, to him, to that divine masculine energy. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. Meditate here on the 3 cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. And this would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful number 1. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what vibes do you give off to men, to him, to that divine masculine energy. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. I can clearly see here that your energy, you're naturally drawn to the card representing the 7 of Cups. So with that cup energy, this is water vibration, emotional energy here, the 7 of Cups. I do want to point out that the cups does represent those water zodiac signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And those zodiac signs could be seen in the top placements of the men birth chart that do pick up your vibes in their sun, moon, or rising signs, the 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus. So with the 7 of Cups energy, I do want to point out that energy could be interchangeable. Those zodiacs could be in your top placements as well. So with the cup, you give off this energy that you're very sensitive and you're emotional. So, and there's something mysterious about you, meaning secretive, meaning you're not going to just tell him all of your business once you do meet him or you first get to know him. You're keeping some things close to your heart and personal. Also, with the 7 of Cups energy, he feels like you give him the impression that you have a lot of things going on. You have many choices that you have to make and different commitments going on at the same time. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? And you have here, be brave and true. The Spirit Warrior. So with be brave and true, this is you give off this energy that you are loyal. You are committed to yourself first. You're going to put yourself first. You're not going to allow yourself to be played or to be manipulated. You are going to speak up and you're going to let him know exactly how you feel or how things are going to go for you, what your truth is. And with the Spirit Warrior here, it's like you're not going to jeopardize your spiritual connections for a physical relationship with him. You're just not doing that. You have a certain set of values and principles that are in place, and those are going to stay persistent. Your boundaries are clear. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? You have here Mercury. So with the planet Mercury, this is the planet of communication. And I love this because this is a clear message and confirmation with the energy that Spirit just gave us seconds earlier with how you do communicate and how you make things clear, how you expect to be treated with respect. And you do believe in a reciprocity relationship, a give and take energy where it's not one sided. And you give off the impression that you're going to communicate your feelings as much as you need to in order for him to understand. And if he does not understand, then he can hit the door or he can just bounce. You are set in the way that you understand who you are and how you want to be treated. It's set. You know who you are. You've been there, you've done that. There's clear communication that must be said here. Let's see, with Mercury, you have Gemini and Virgo. So that air energy, communication, you let him know just with your vibes, hey, it's clear cut with me. I expect you to be honest and sincere. I expect you to show that reciprocity of trust and loyalty. You're not going to put up with being dishonest, betrayal, or lying. That's just not who you are. So you're not going to put up with that with him. Also, you also give the impression that you're welcoming. You are someone that can socialize very easily if you have to, but you are also someone that does not need the socialization in order to feel a part of something. You already feel aware of your surroundings. You already feel connected to everything and everyone. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men, to him? What vibes do you give off? You have here the Ten of Wands. I love the Ten of Wands showing up because that's in correlation here with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is where he feels like you have a lot of commitment going on, a lot of things that you have to do, many choices to make. And here with the Ten of Wands, this does represent this in a creative way. There are things that you just have to get done, and you're not going to play games with him. You don't want anyone that's playing games, that's sitting around, that's lazy. You will not accept a lazy man, a lazy partner, someone that's not going to pull their own weight, because you do the most. You do whatever it takes to get things done. And this is the impression that you do give off to him. And with this Ten of Wands energy, this is fire, zodiac sign energy, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And here with this energy, this is about passion and creativity and pushing forward no matter what. You are definitely a go-getter and a trailblazer, and he knows this about you. So if he wants to be with you, he's either going to have to already have that mindset to proceed, to be adventurous, to chart new paths, because that's how you are, or he's really going to have to work on himself and see you later, because you have quite a few things to do and to get done. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? What vibes do you give off? Page of Swords, communication. Your communication is so clear, showing up very strong. Swords energy, air zodiac sign energy. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And with the Page of Swords energy, see, you're a go-getter. You want to make sure things are done. And he has to communicate with you in a way that is trusting, where you trust him, because you can pick up if he's shady. You know when he's sincere. You know when he's being fake or real. He knows that about you. He knows that you have this intuitive nature built in, a communication that is beyond words. The Page of Swords is you give him this vibe that you're very curious about many different things, and that you will find out if he's lying about to you. You will find out if he's gossiping about you. You will find out the truth of the matter when it does relate to men. Okay? You are going to find out. And that's what this Page of Swords does represent, being very curious, wanting to know the truth. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? What vibes? And you have here the vampire. So with the vampire energy, this energy here makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. See, we got that message earlier. So this is quite confirmative. Thank you, Spirit. You know right off the bat whether it's going to be something of a connection with him, whether you can move forward with him. You know if he's draining or not, or if he will waste your time. And men pick that up. They know that you know who they are. You can read them like a book. There's lots of communication energy here. You've been there, you've done that. You feel like you spent a lot of time on people who were not sincere with they weren't sincere with what they were communicating, with what they were saying out of their mouths. So you understand what the real motion is in other people, and especially men. You know if he's going to be draining or not, and he can pick that up. You're not about to go there because you feel too good right now. Your head is on correctly. You are moving forward here. You are charting new paths. He knows that you'll take chances as well. And men pick up that, you don't mind beginning a fresh relationship. So if there's something going on in a relationship that is not compatible with your energy, you don't mind letting it go. So that's why some men, they hesitate about approaching you in a romantic way, because they know you're just not going to put up with anything. Your standards are high. You've raised the bar because you know that you deserve the best. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? Look at this, the Three of Wands. So with the Three of Wands, see, again, you will move forward. If he's moving funny, you will move out of his way. Point blank, period. And he knows that. You communicate that as well. You communicate that with your energy. You communicate that with your action and your words. The Three of Wands energy, feisty, passionate. He picks up here also that you're enthusiastic, very spontaneous, and you can be temperamental, meaning that until you have the situation fully assessed, you will shut down, you will cut him off, and you will return later to discuss whatever is going on if it warrants your attention. And here with the Three of Wands energy, he knows that you're a team player. You're about growth, expansion, working with others that have a common goal in mind with you, working with others that want to grow, want to level up, want to do things in a progressive manner. And I love the Three of Wands showing up because this is in great correlation with the rest of your cards here, and how your personality is really about growth. It's about seeing the future better. So being a better you in the present moment is very important. And you don't want to waste your time. And you give off that vibe that you are not going to waste your time. You are sincere. You're trustworthy. You're very loyal, but you're a very creative person. And with that creativity, that is what causes you to have those boundaries in place, those persistent boundaries, where you're just not going to tolerate anything less than what you know that you deserve. So, Group 1, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what vibes do you give off to men, to him, to that divine masculine energy. I will share with you everything that spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. I can clearly see here your energy. You're naturally drawn to your card, the 8 of Cups. And this is emotional here. This is our water zodiac sign energy. That cup energy does rule the water zodiac signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And those signs can be seen in the top placements of his birth chart, the sun, moon, or rising sign, the 7th house of relationships, or even the planet Venus. Those signs could be interchangeable and showing up in your birth chart as well as a confirmation here in this reading. But the 8 of Cups energy, you give off the vibe that you will withdraw your attention from him. You will retreat to go take care of yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. You don't have a problem with moving on past him, past things that no longer serve you. And this is where he is a bit nervous, because men that see you and pick up the vibe, they know that you will cut them off, and that will leave them with that wound of feeling abandoned. And that's something they don't like to feel, abandonment. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? What vibes? And you have here, it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. So I can see here that men, they feel like you're someone that they must put time, attention into, as well as affection, dedication, loyalty, and appreciation. Because with that comes the adventures. And they feel like if they don't do that, if they don't give their best and be the higher versions of themselves, that's when you will walk away. That's when this 8 of Cups energy will kick in here. So, but it's something very exciting about your personality when men find that absolutely freaking beautiful, because you are interesting. You're very interesting to speak to look at, to engage. And you have a lot of interesting topics that you talk about, ideas. Your conversation is quite unique, where you have interest in several different topics. Let's get more insight. So men feel like there are different sides of you. There's more than one. There's more than what meets the eye, if you know what I mean. So they may be looking at you or thinking something, but they know there's something more there, more exciting. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? You have here the 12th house. So with the 12th house, this is about surrender. It's about the subconscious mind. Let me point out that there are 12 houses in astrology in an astrological birth chart, and the 12th house does rule over the subconscious mind. rules over dreams, baggage. So you give off this vibe that you've been through challenging times. There are things that you have had to overcome, things you have had to heal from. And so men do pick that up about you. They pick up also that you are always in a stage of self-development, self-growth, self-awareness. And you are very warm and compassionate. So they feel like they can definitely talk to you. But men who have guilt in their heart and on their shoulders, those are the men that you actually attract because you are very compassionate. So let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? Before I continue, I do want to point out that the 12th house does rule over Pisces. So Pisces is significant here. And I love how the 12th house showed up next to the 8 of Cups because that cup energy does represent Pisces as well. So the men that are sensitive and that find you mysterious and intriguing, they find you compassionate, those men may have significant Pisces placements in their birth chart. So let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? And you have here, look at the Knight of Cups showing up. Thank you, Spirit. I'm excited for you because starting out your reading is extremely confirmative, accurate AF, and the Knight of Cups showing up directly under the 12th house. Let me also point out that the number 12 is significant here as well. So in the birthday, birth month, or birth year of the men that recognize this energy within you, or in your birthday, the Knight of Cups energy here is a clear indication that men see you as being very charming. They see you as being very romantic. Although some men cannot, live up to that desire that you want that romanticism. You want to be wined and dined and treated like that divine feminine energy you are. And you're very charming to men as well. You can charm men very easily, very, very easily. So you have to reel in your energy before they get attached to you. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? You have here the Devil. So with the Devil energy, see, Spirit just gave us that insight that you have to be conscious of your charm and only give your charm to someone that loves himself, someone that is secure, someone that is very aware that your charm is not a threat. Because with this Devil energy showing up, I see here that you do attract men who are obsessive and who can be very controlling over you. You give off this high sexual energy and alluring. Some men feel like you're attracted to them and you're not. You're just in their presence, or you may smile at them in the grocery store, at the park, or just on errands, and they automatically think that you're attracted to them. So be conscious of how friendly you are. Definitely be pleasant, speak with kindness and tact, but don't give too much because men are attracted to you extremely easily with the Devil energy here. Some men are actually jealous of your feminine energy as well and will try to compete with you. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? The Messiah. So with the Messiah energy, this is about you serving humanity with humility. So you have this very strong essence, divine energy about you where you are open, you're friendly, you're also very exciting to be with. And you know this about yourself. You know that you are also very attractive and you're warm, you're kind, but you're very humble. So they pick up this vibe that you're chill, you're easy to talk to, you're humble, but yet and still you do have your boundaries in place. And they know that about you. So they know not to go too far. But there are a group of men that will try it. They will take that risk. So be conscious here. Thank you, Spirit. And what vibes do you give off to men? And you have here, look at this, the Empress. And so I was picking up this divine feminine energy within your reading, the entire spread. The Empress energy. You give off this energy that you would definitely be a good parent. You would take care of your child or children very well. Even if you are a pet parent, you have pets, you would take care of them very well. You are about growth. You're about a relationship growing and building together. Sort of like couple goals, but real couple goals where the partners, they really love each other. They come together as one to create something very magical and sweet with the Empress card showing up. I do also pick up that men get the impression that and feel like you are a great creator, very creative person, gifted and talented, fierce, fascinating. So group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what vibes do you give off to men. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. I can clearly see here your energy. Directs you here to your card, the King of Swords. And with the King of Swords, this is about communication, how you do communicate, how men feel like you communicate as well. That sword energy does represent the air zodiac signs. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra are in the sun, moon, or rising signs, the 7th house of relationship, or the planet Venus, the top placements in his birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation in this reading. But men do feel like with this King of Swords energy that you are very intentional with your actions, with your behavior, with the way that you come across. And they see you as being very strategic with your thoughts as well. And you have this leadership energy about you where you know what you want, you know how to communicate what you want, and you know the person or the man that you would want to spend your time with. You're not just going to be with any and every group of people or individuals. Let's get more insight. What vibes do you give off to men? The Black Diamond. True love here. Rare. So with that Black Diamond energy showing up, men feel like, see, you're loyal, very dedicated, very disciplined, down to earth energy here. I'm picking up Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo also in the top placements of the men birth chart that do recognize this black diamond energy in you, or that earth energy could be in the top placements of your birth chart as well. But with this that black diamond energy, they see you as someone that's very true, trustworthy, very grounded and loyal. They see you as being very rare. There's something very different about you, rare about the way that you carry yourself, your beauty, the energy that you do give off is very different from other feminine or divine feminine energy. You stand out to men. Something about your eyes, very deep, very warm, very caring person, but yet and still they feel like they cannot take advantage of you or control you or tie you down. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? And you have here the 7th house. So with the 7th house showing up, this is the house of relationships, partnerships, connections, and commitments. And I love the 7th house showing up because Spirit just gave us that insight seconds earlier of how men perceive that you would be a loyal partner in a relationship. So this is quite confirming. So this is really also about friendship here. Men feel like you would be a great friend to them as well. They're equal. The 7th house does rule over Libra. So Libra is significant in their birth chart, top placements, or your birth chart. They feel like you're very social aware. You're aware of your surroundings. You're aware of relationship dynamics. You know if he's being shady or real. You know if he's playing games, so they don't try to play you in that way. The number 7 is significant here in the birthday, the birth year, or the birth month of his birthday or your birthday as well. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? And you have here the saboteur. So with the saboteur energy, this highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the change it would bring in your life. So men feel like you're always on this path of like leveling up, self-development. They feel like you're a type of person that would do more self-reflecting than outer reflecting, meaning like, yes, you will be aware of his actions, his characteristic traits, his personalities, but you're more about self-development. You're more about what's going on the inside of you so that you do connect with people that are compatible to you. Yeah, because there was a time where you did allow yourself to give more of who you were to someone that didn't deserve that energy from you, and that caused you, to go down a path of, behavior that you didn't find favorable for yourself. So now you're in this area here of self-empowerment, changing who you are in order to make a better inner world for yourself, because you know that your inner world is the real world. How you think and feel about yourself is what really matters. So I'm picking up that men get the vibe that you have great self-confidence, self-love, self-assurance, and self-respect. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men, to him, to that divine masculine energy? And you have here the Page of Coins, with the Page of Coins showing up Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Significance here in the reading. Page of Coins. Again, you're down to earth here, loyal. And the Page of Coins definitely signifies that. See, you're patient. You have patience. You're about that glow up. You're about, moving forward in your career, growing in your career as well. Money, raising money, Men know that they have to come at you correct or don't come at all. Don't come at you with a broke mindset, because your mindset is rich. You're about prosperity and abundance, because you know that that is what the source energy is aligned with. And when you are in a mindset of always having enough, then you know that you are vibing in this Page of Coins energy here. So men know, they feel like they have to have a certain amount of money, a certain income. They have to have self-respect and self-love in order to even connect with you. Know who they are fully before they can connect with you, because you are always self-reflecting and you're always becoming a greater version of yourself. So you expect that in return. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? And this card just jumped out of the deck. Well, there's two, so let's see. The Devil card. So with the Devil card, let me just say this. Men see you as very sensuous. They are extremely sexually attracted to you. And be very conscious, because they are extremely sexually attracted to you, but it's not only about your physicality. It's about your energy. It's about that nurturing, divine, feminine energy that they are attracted to as well. Yes, you are physically gorgeous and beautiful, and they are attracted to you in that way that they can become obsessive. I am picking up a specific person that was and still is obsessed with you in this way. So just be conscious of that. Not careful, conscious. And I mean conscious, not to shut down who you are. Continue to shine your light and be that divine feminine presence that you are meant to be. Be yourself fully and fully express yourself. Just be conscious of who you allow in your presence. Again, allow only those that love themselves fully, because when you allow people who love themselves fully to connect with you in a romantic and special way, then they are not obsessive, because they are free and they know that love is unconditional, and they will treat you in the way that you are deserving. But there's some men who are jealous of you as well. They're jealous of your divine feminine energy, your beauty, how caring you are, how giving you are. Some men feel like you want them, but you don't. These are men who really don't have social awareness together. So this energy, this devil energy, this means you're quite seductive. Just being yourself. It's just you being you. And it's okay. So continue to be you. Be more of who you are. Just be conscious of who you allow around you. And again, allow people around you, especially men, who are secure within themselves. And they are equally understanding of your alluring energy, because they themselves are alluring beings. And it's because of the light that the darkness is attracted to. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What vibes do you give off to men? And you have here the King of Wands. So with the King of Wands energy, this is that fire zodiac sign energy, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. In the top placements of the birth chart, I see you have two King cards, King of Swords and the King of Wands. The King of Swords is your first card of choice here, about the communication and how men see you as very intentional, the way that you communicate. And here with the King of Wands energy, I love the King of Wands showing up, because this is how bold men see you. They see you as being very bold, see you as being very powerful. And they are charmed by your charisma and your courage and your energy. They see you as being a leader of that divine feminine pack. And you are one that does stand out among divine feminine energy. You stand out. Spirit gave us that insight earlier with the black diamond. And so it's very nice to see the King of Wands laying naturally under the black diamond energy, which is a rare diamond. So this is a very strong confirmation. Your reading is extremely accurate here. So there's rarity here that men find within you. They see you as a perfect relationship partner, as the 7th house does show here. Some men can become obsessive over you. That's that devil energy. So be very conscious again. Trust your intuition. You even have to be conscious of your friendships, because people in general will become obsessive over you because you have this light about you. You're sincere, you're real, and people are obsessed over things that are real. And they will become obsessed and want to just be, a part of your day to day. They want to have you around. And you don't have time for that because really you're a bit of an introvert. You can be an extrovert and be social, but really you're an introvert. You like your intimate, quiet spaces. You like to be at home a lot and just with those that you really care about, but yet and still you're friendly and you're outgoing. So that's where that obsessive energy comes through, where those people that are attracted to that in you want more of your time than you are willing to give. But again, continue to push forward, to proceed to being yourself. Do not ever dim your light, to allow the lights of others to shine. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.